What happened was the gym owed a lot of money. So I said, I'm not going to let this gym die. So I took all the debts of the gym and I bought the gym from them back, from my investor and the manager who also had a percentage. So I took up all this debt and then I started from zero. And I was able to pay off the debt. And within 2 years, pandemic came.
Oh, man.
And that was like, man, I don't have energy to do
You
this
just
again.
paid everything out.
I just paid everything
and the
out.
COVID hit.
And yeah, I still owed like some money that I was able because I sold my gym for a second time. So during pandemic, we didn't know. So first, like I was doing well, paying my bills, getting to the 100 students mark. It was just myself and my wife. Everything seemed to be like, okay, now it's
Good.
gonna take, a road where I'm gonna just keep walking this road. Pandemic hit. And then we didn't know. At the time, I was so burned out. I was like, oh, thank God, they're gonna close for 1 month. Man, we didn't know
2 years.
it was gonna close for 2 years. So the government,
Was very strict.
announced on Saturday that they're gonna have to shut down. I had already announced on Friday because I was feeling that was coming, and already shut down 1 day before the government actually asked. So I'm at home, like, oh, this is so good. Just have some time, some break. But then the first month and second month, and I'm like, okay, I need to pay rent, and I don't have money to pay rent. So that's when another student saw my situation, and I think he also saw the opportunity because we didn't know how long pandemic was going to take. So he purchased part of the gym with the clause that when pandemic ended, I could stay if I wanted, or I could sell the rest. And then I went to Brazil, and that was a time where I said, you know what? I think this is it for me. I don't want to do jiu-jitsu. I'm so disappointed. I'm all alone. I so much work. I see nothing back. All of this idealistic thing that I'm changing people's lives. Yeah, I'm changing people's lives. I'm destroying my life, and that's when I saw the opportunity. Not that I saw the opportunity, but now a very important person in this time was you, right? You, who was always there for me every time I needed any help.
That time, right?
I was actually alone. I was kind of independent.
Yeah.
I thought, I had the instructor that was signing the black belts for me, but I was trying to run something independently. And that's what I think was the most difficult thing, because what the bridge, now coming to your question, was that once I discussed with you what you were doing, I saw myself included in a mission, a vision.
That's nice.
And I think I'm a strong believer that the mission and the vision precedes operations. So I think going back to that vision, because what the motivation was, that, remember that samurai style, and all of a sudden that started to also break down. And I'm like, whoa, what, I have nothing here. All I have is jiu-jitsu, a gym that doesn't pay my bills, a lot of stress, I'm not healthy. Like, this is not the lifestyle I wanted. And then, and I've seen you within, Gracie Baja, and within your team and your gym always growing. And then I just saw that, and what I was actually lacking was a mission, was a vision to give back that motivation. So I made the excellent decision to then sell the rest of my gym in Canada, because the opportunity that was kind of creating in Brazil to run this kind of vision in Brazil, not at Canada, because Canada was already overwhelmed by your work. So I said, what if I go to Brazil, where this vision is not there yet? They don't have in Brazil, in my hometown, the jiu-jitsu gyms were still fight clubs. They didn't have
The jiu-jitsu for everyone.
jiu-jitsu for everyone, and the some of the tools that we had. And I think that's when I said, okay, maybe if now I use everything that I've been making mistakes
All the lessons.
all these
learned.
years, from mistakes from not
Management.
not managing people correctly, not managing finances correctly, taking steps bigger than I could take, bad timing when I moved, when I had a good situation and I wanted more and I expanded and it was wrong timing. All of that culminating, okay, now I'm gonna build this gym here in Brazil, starting from scratch. I don't owe any money and nobody knows the old Giacomo, right? Like the Giacomo, immature Giacomo that a lot of times thought about more himself than others. So I think I came to that point where, okay, I can have a fresh start. I can be this new Giacomo and I can organize the business from zero in a way that I know this is going to be healthy for me and it's going to be a great product for people that want to consume.